Yes, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Hope each and every single one of you are doing well. The Premier League season has come to an end. Manchester City are champions. But what I want to talk about today is why Arsenal should still believe in Arteta and Arsenal should still back Arteta. They will win the Premier League trophy within the next 2 years. I don't know how many more times I need to say this. So make sure you go down, subscribe to the channel. The road to 7K is well and truly on. And make sure you have dropped a like on the video. Does absolute wonders to the channel and really helps me out. Now, I want to take everyone's mind back to the Premier League 2020, 18-19 season? Yeah, the 18-19 season where we saw record-breaking points. Manchester City won 32 points, 32 games. Liverpool won 30. The Premier League title was decided by 1 point. You might be thinking, coincidence. Let's go to the 2021-2022 season. Manchester City 29 wins, Liverpool 28. The Premier League trophy was decided by 1 point. Then Arsenal last season had a very, very strong season. They, as you can see, lost out on the Premier League trophy by 5 points, which winning 26 games, equaling their wins of the Invincible season. They did have a bit of a wobble towards the end, as you can see there with the 2 losses last season. And the season just finished. 91 points, Manchester City won, and 89. So last season, Arsenal conceded 43 goals and scored 88. This season, Arsenal conceded 91 and conceded 29, having 5 more points, winning more games, losing less games, drawing less games. Overall, having a better season. Guardiola, for me, will be at Manchester City 1 more season. He's already come out on a number of interviews saying that he will be there for next season, but he's not too sure what's going to happen in terms of this next 2 or 3 years. Manchester City have got a court case coming up. Who knows what's going to be the outcome? Some reports are coming out saying point deductions. Other reports are coming out saying they're going to get a transfer ban. My point here is Arsenal have to back Mikel Arteta. Jurgen Klopp went for a very, very, very similar time. And then you look at the 1920 Premier League season, Liverpool absolutely destroyed it with a record-breaking 99 points, 85 goals scored for, and 33 against. But Man City scored a lot more goals, but Liverpool won 9. They won the league by Christmas. They believed in Jurgen Klopp, their greatest manager in the Premier League reign. And if you think back to the 2018 season, he didn't win it. The 2017 season, he got into the Champions League. The 2021 season, he lost out by 1 point. Like, it's a very, 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 very close thing to come to. And the narrative that Arsenal should sack Arteta, for me, is just, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I personally don't agree with it. You know, Arsenal have given Arteta around £630 million and lost out on a Premier League trophy by 5 points and by 2 points. It was their first year back in the Champions League. They got to the quarterfinal. The only criticism, and I think this is fair, the only bit of criticism you can give Arteta is he hasn't done great in the domestic cups since his first season at Arsenal. And I think that's fair, and I think that's justified. But to sack Arteta, you know, for me, it's absolutely insane. Like, I look at Arsenal now and think they are the team most likely to push Manchester City as long as Guardiola is there. And Jurgen Klopp was at Liverpool 8 years and only won 1 Premier League trophy. You know, the narrative that Arsenal can go out and get a better manager. Who could Arsenal go out and get that's realistic? Inzaghi? Is he going to leave Inter Milan? Zinedine Zidane doesn't want to come to England. You know, Thiago Motta is now going to join Juventus. Hansi Flick, I don't think is the right man. Arteta's changed the culture in the football club. He's changed the relationships. He's got rid of a lot of dead wood. Aubameyang's gone. Lacazette's gone. Ozil's gone. Great players for Arsenal in the past. But now you are seeing an Arsenal team that have gone from finishing, if you think back to the 2014-2015 season, sorry, the um 2016-17 season, Arsenal finished 5th. 2017-2018 season, Arsenal finished 6th. 2018 season, 2019 season, they finished 5th. 2019-20 season, they finished 8th. 2020 season, 8th. 2021-2022, 5th. 2022-2023, 2nd. And of course, the season that's just finished 2nd. So, yes, before Arteta come, they had a bit of a wobble, and Arteta had a bit of a wobble having 2 8th-place finishes. But the narrative that they need to get rid of Arteta because of XYZ, he's not a good enough manager. Like, I struggle to believe. I'm not going to lie to you. I struggle to believe that Arsenal right now are in a bad place. I think Arsenal win the Premier League under Arteta. I think they need to back him. There's a lot of other teams in the Premier League that are in very bad situations. Man United, finishing 8th in the Premier League. Chelsea under Pochettino have spent £1 billion, finished 6th. Liverpool last season under Klopp, they finished 3rd. Villa back in the Champions League. Like the narrative that Arsenal are not a world-class side, I don't buy into. And this is coming from someone who supports the rival down the road. Like, I look at Arsenal right now, and that's what I want Tottenham to kind of not copy, not emulate, but look at it and you say, well, hang on, if they down the road can go into, a Premier League title race, why can't we? If Arteta has been given the funds and been given the backing, why can't Tottenham give Ange Postecoglou the backing? Like, the football clubs at times have been in very, very similar situations ever since Arsenal moved into the Emirates, And what I mean by that is Arsenal moved into a new stadium, then Tottenham did. Arsenal had a few years without winning anything. Tottenham have done that. Of course, our time of not winning a trophy is 16 years, but which is not acceptable in my opinion. But the clubs are in similar positions in terms of what they've gone through. But the one thing that the Stan Kroenke and Josh Kroenke have gone out and done is given Arteta the funds and the backing and the belief to go out and win something. Yes, they've only won an FA Cup, but they lost out on a league title by 2 points. They won 28 of 38 games. Liverpool only won 24. Villa and Spurs only won 20. And then after that, 6th, 7th, and 8th, Man United, Newcastle, and Chelsea only won 18. They got 26 more points than Chelsea and 29 more points than Newcastle, Man United. The trajectory of Arsenal Football Club, in my opinion, is going in the right direction. I just don't buy the narrative that Arsenal need to go out there and sack the manager. I think they're in a very, very good position right now. Of course, Manchester City have won the Premier League. Of course, Manchester City are breaking records. You're talking about one of the best footballing sides we are ever likely to see in our lifetime. So what a compliment to Arsenal that you are pushing them to the very, very, very end. Like, I look at it right now and just think we are in a time period where this could be Pep Guardiola's last season in a Manchester City shirt. He's come out and said yesterday that he's closer to leaving than staying. So if he does leave at the end of next season, then who knows? And not only that, with the 115 charges, no one really knows what's going to be the outcome of Manchester City. Could they get a ban? Could they get a point deduction? Could they have to sanction and give up trophies? Who knows? But right now, I think Arsenal are in the right place with Arteta. I do think they will be Premier League champions very, very soon. And in my opinion, right now, I look at them and just think one or two more years, and they definitely will start to dominate. Arteta, is a very, very good coach. Pep Guardiola has said in recent interviews that he said in recent interviews that he believes Arteta will start to dominate. He said with their squad, how young their squad is, how good their manager is, and the trajectory and the direction of the football club for me is going in the right direction. Like I don't like. Yes, I'm a Spurs fan. Yes, you could say, oh, you're making content on Arsenal, whatever. I've got a lot of other videos coming out. I've got one on Nottingham Forest coming out later this week as well. But right now, I generally think that they are in safe hands. I think they're in safe hands, and I think they just need to keep believing, and eventually, they for me will be Premier League champions. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all soon. Thank you all for watching. I am out.